Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here with our celebrity tarot card reading with Tana Mongeau. I don't know if I say her name correctly, but I'm sorry if I screwed it up, one or the other. Let's get into this reading. So we're just going to do a general update on Tana. I think we've already done her before, I'm pretty sure, in the past. I think we did a love one too, though. I want to find out what's going on with her as far as current energy, of course, any insane obstacles or anything upcoming. And of course, we'll dive into the past a little bit here with her stuff. Also, please go hit subscribe while you're waiting on me to shuffle. And again, if I haven't met you yet, my name is Jordan. It is lovely to meet you. I am Hangman Tarot. Hello, Aaliyah. We're doing a Cancer sign. So you came in. This is a triple Cancer sign. She's a triple Cancer. So she's Cancer, Sun, and Moon, and Rising. So she's Cancer, all the way. It's crazy. Hello, Cancer. Yes, darling. Okay. All right. So she was born Wednesday, June 24th, 1998 at 6:35 a.m. Las Vegas, United States. Cancer, a rising Cancer. And then her birth path is 3. A little bit more about her is that she was actually born Tana Marie Mongeau. I don't know if I say that right. She is an American internet personality, musician, and a model, and she's known for her storytime videos and comedy videos also. It was announced on April 29th in 2019 that she'd be starring in her own MTV reality series titled MTV with No Filter. And I think up until I think she does a podcast now. So I don't want to get too deep into things, but I know that she does, I think, a podcast. I'm not quite sure though. Maybe it's YouTube. Anyway, if you guys know, let me know. But I've listened to some of her stuff. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Not bad. I'd rather listen to her any day than some of these other fellas. And she's funny. She's a flirt. She's passionate and she's open. She's very open sexually. She's open about her dating life. She's open about all of these things, which I think are super important for somebody who has a podcast or a YouTube channel anyway. So she does both. Sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start off with current energy, just getting into a current energy first, though. Okay. All right, we got our King of Wands reverse, Knight of Swords in upright position. And then we have our Star, and that is in a reverse. Okay, so the situation here is some sort of issues with control, maybe somebody having attitude that's around her or somebody who's dominating a situation. I feel like she's been very busy though, and she's been exploring, kind of doing other things. And normally she's pretty precise when she's doing things, but this is just giving me kind of like just need somebody in the situation is wanting more power or wanting more control or not able to gather it as much. But there is some sort of like exploring. She's exploring something. So she is busy. And as far as anything kind of blocking or around influencing the situation, King of Swords, we got an upright position. It's almost like there's some energy kind of surrounding it that is fueled by passion, and it's to make something successful. And I feel like in this situation, either she or somebody else is going to be jumping into the situation to kind of save the day or to be, the hero of the day. And this person's extremely intelligent and they'll pursue it with like a large amount of smarts or excellence, if you will. And they're very determined whatever they're doing. And again, she's very precise. She's very active and alert. So these are all making sense to me. Lastly, just kind of the overall root of this situation is that there is a new trust in a relationship. And she could actually have like certain ideas or expectations of a person, whomever she's dealing with in this. This is something she does for passion. This is something she's doing just energy wise, spiritually maybe. But I do know that this is work. She's putting work into something. So again, there is a new trust that is building in a relationship. I feel like there was high expectations when going into the situation because she's got an illusion about something or a certain situation that she's in. And it's creating kind of an issue because, again, when you have thoughts, ideas, illusions, or expectations of somebody, you get kind of let down or you get pumped up and excited because you're like, oh shit, I thought you were going to be a drag and you're not. So here we go. Here's a new trust in the relationship. That would mean certain things for me anyway. So going into it or dealing with it had like a little bit of harmony, but not very much. It wasn't very balanced kind of going into it. That's probably why it's hard to read because I don't quite understand what. I don't understand. Don't understand. Okay. Let's get into the rest of this. What do we got going on this month? Now until the end of November. Anything upcoming or like straight into the month or right now even is that there is something going on as far as always being available. So she's in a place where she's secure, she's very loving, and she's in a really stable place, and finances are looking really good to me. And I feel like she's really reliable, and she is an amazing friend. So this Queen of Pentacles upright is just giving all sorts of amazing friend vibes for me. Sorry, I get distracted. Dog, car. Anyway, so anything kind of surrounding why and what's going on and her availability is just there's something going on as far as a love connection, maybe some sort of just like relationship situation. It could even have something to do with just a connection in general. But this is something that is it's like a new love beginning, or it's strong and it's positive and it has a lot of emotion behind it. So whatever it is, she's bringing kind of this new start or this new beginning with a lot of abundance. She's very creative when she's doing it. So I think there's a really strong emotion here, and again, she's just gaining new insight, or she's maybe even gaining just sight in general. So I think that anything kind of influencing the situation is really good. And the root of the situation, or going a little bit deeper into this, is that there was some sort of information that she got that was brought into her. And so it made her kind of stand her ground or take advantage, when she could, or whenever she was trying to gain on this specific situation. And I just feel like anything to do with this is her personal energy is just seeking something out, if that makes sense. So I feel like, spiritually, she's drawing to this. This is something it's super inspiring because it's probably something that fills her up. Okay. And I think it has a lot of potential, but this is definitely her kind of being defiant even in gaining this advantage. I don't know what that means because I feel like she is very, I feel like it's good and bad. Like, I think that there's a lot of good here, but there's a lot of because it's indicating that she's being defiant, and it's also indicating that, she's trying to take advantage when she can. It's like, what does that mean? And then in the current reading, it was kind of the same thing. She was building new trust in a relationship, yet she went into it kind of thinking they were going to, be a specific way when they weren't. And so the illusions that she had, or the expectations of the person, kind of, flew out the window. So it's almost like something is saving the day on that. Who knows? But feeding more into the situation. Again, she's just being really loving in this experience, and that's what it is. But she's also trying to stand her ground at the same time. So maybe making a point, but also being kind at the same time. I guess you could do both, right? I guess you could. Okay. Anyway. All right. Let's find out what was influencing her from the past. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle on this one. I feel like she's trying to alchemize something that might have been bad into good, or good into something better. I feel like she's definitely trying to recreate something, or maybe just, turn, what is that term? Lemons into lemonade, which I don't like lemonade. So gross. I don't even like lemons. Gross. Okay. All right. Anything that is in the past that is influencing the situation. We got our Eight of Swords reverse, and then we have our Four of Wands, Six of Wands. What am I talking about here? Can't even see this. And then we got our King of Cups. That's an upright position. Okay. So anything from the past or past situations these are all things that her confidence kind of continues to grow through. So she has had past issues. She has had things happen to her in the public even, and experiences that people talk about, still communicate about. And it's just, again, it was confusing maybe at the time, but through these moments, she's growing. And so that's a huge step, because adding to the confidence after that, those things are really difficult. And so she's kind of like moving in the right direction, I think, for sure. So anything kind of influencing that situation having to do with her most present situation. Anything influencing her past issues would have been, she celebrated. There's definitely always kind of a celebration surrounding her. There was a celebration around a ceremony, but it was in reverse, so it wasn't even harmonious. Spiritual, connected, aligned, legal. I'm thinking, I don't think that she got married, but I think she got married in a celebration that looked like a committed celebration. Yeah. And it appeared happy and balanced, even in those, that weird, imperfect moment. But it was just like an unimportant, or excuse me, it was a celebration that was important as a milestone. Whatever that fucking was actually very important to her life. And again, it probably has something to do with her job, of course, and spiritually. So again, this made strong relationships for her. She's got strong friendships. That's one of the things about her that I kind of thought was really cool when I was checking out her birth chart. I really enjoy that. She's such a loving individual, but yet, at the same time, she's so critical of herself, or, she can be childish also, but she's very sensitive. She is very sensitive. I don't think she'll let y'all know it, though. She'll be like, fuck that. I ain't showing them, they upset me. Okay. Anything going into really the root cause of this situation that we're talking about in the past. This could have been with a fire sign. It could have been an air or a water sign, Pisces in specific, or a Leo in specific. But, the root of this was, again, someone who was young like her. I think that she might have been older. I'm pretty sure this person's pretty young. So again, this was like a new beginning. It was kind of a proposal, and it looked like love. It felt like love, and she loves love, and they love love. So why the fuck not? And she was expecting some sort of outcome, of course, but she probably was more aware than we realize. Okay. And this person was, kind of being under his own illusion, or, just like so like romantic and like in love with the idea of being married and in love. But she does enjoy domestic life, though. So it could have been her on that end too. But this was a deeper connection than we're really aware of also. So I just think that, again, it was just something, fun, romantic. Let's do this, let's do this. And it somehow had a huge effect on her life. Let's get into the next part of the reading. Anything that's coming up in the future. Page of Pentacles, Temperance down, Ace of Swords down. Okay. Upcoming, there is some sort of a situation that she's going to really need to be trusting in, and acting with a great trust. So she's going to have to come. It's almost like she's bringing in rewards for some sort of effort. So she'll be coming in with a lot of, I don't know, stability, reliability. I mean, that's just the type of person she is. But I feel like she's pretty focused on this situation or this experience, whatever it is. And it could be money management. It could be having to do with her business. It could be having to do with homes or something lavish, luxury. But this is something that she's going to be dealing with as far as like something tangible or a trusting situation. That's how she's going to be dealing with it. Anything kind of surrounding this would definitely be somebody who doesn't care about something or giving something away, or somebody's too eager to give it away. I feel like there's definitely kind of a clashing in this situation, but it's like, I feel like somebody is not caring as much as maybe she wants them to, or maybe she just is at the point where she's just too eager. I can't tell, but this is definitely would add change into her life and that person's life, whatever that might mean. The root of it, though, is that there is an idea here, and it's like, somebody won't make a choice. Okay. And there's a lot of truth that is needed for this to actually work. But it's almost like, is there a loss of passion, or is there an energy of being uninterested here? Because this is, here's the idea. It'll change things up. It'll, mix things up. Because the daily struggle, I mean, this is just something, this is a problem, whatever this problem is. And it's like bringing a lot of confusion and indecision. And it's not just to her, it's to whoever she's surrounded by. So again, I mean, she could just be uninterested in it after all. Who the hell knows what's the likely outcome of this situation? Okay, she's going to let go. She's going to back off. She's going to just kind of like see it to see it, hang in limbo, just sit in the lobby and wait. That's what she's going to do. And the bottom line is that it will take itself into some sort of discretion. So she'll do that. And it's going to take a little bit of time for it to kind of like unfold. But the patience that she has, she's going to see exactly where it's supposed to be. So kind of withdrawing and taking a step back from things and really noticing everything going on is super important. Oh, I thought you said her wedding to that. I was like, what? Yeah, okay. All right, let's find out. What is her biggest fear and hope this month? I like doing these ones. They're so fun. Okay. Knight of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so her fear is taking a risk and putting a bunch of effort into something. This whole thing about her putting in work and not knowing if it's going to work out is very concerning to her. So there's something that she's taking a risk on, obviously, as of right now, because she feels like, you know, the effort, there will be no passion in return. So whatever she's putting her heart into right now, it's just like, it's slow to actually give back. It's going to be a slow thing to give back. So whatever that means, but her biggest fear is taking this risk. And again, the efforts, you know, not being returned is kind of where she's at on things. And anything influencing that, or kind of the root of the situation, is that forgiveness. Five of Cups reverse. So because she's seen things in a different angle from when she first arose to this situation or this experience that she's going through, the conflict was that she had to look at it in a different angle. Everything became different at that point. So forgiveness is happening, and she feels like the mistake here was that, you know, a lot of times there's a mistake because we're not realizing how much we change as people or evolve. But I feel like love and slowing down and just like taking a minute to look at everything is really trying, you know, putting her back into those places. So I don't think she really needs to fear that anymore, because I mean, it's going to unfold how it unfolds no matter what the fuck we do. Like it does not fucking matter. It don't. And her hope here in the situation or in the month of November is that any information that she gets, she'll be able to gain with. So she's just trying to add information to her life so she can seek something out. Okay. So she's trying to build, and this build would be spiritual, whether she knows it or not. It's a connection to everybody else. Also, it's something giving. I just feel like it's inspiring and it's giving. It's giving all sorts of, no, I'm kidding. I just feel like she's determined. This is a huge path of determination. Yeah, with the Emperor in reverse even. What in the hell? Yeah, so the reason that there's an issue or there's a situation in general in this whole reading, what this is all about is honestly somebody at the root of it is very rigid, very dominating, older, much older, a male probably. And I feel like this person abuses authority. I feel like people fear this person in the wrong ways, or they don't respect this person. And I feel like whatever this is, this other person doesn't want to take the lead in the situation. They want to abuse their authority, but they don't want to take the lead in the situation like they should. So, and this could also be dealing with father issues. I don't think these issues are hers necessarily, but I do think that whatever she's doing, whatever she's seeking, has to do with somebody who is this person, who this person is, this unstable person or unstable. And I mean, bottom line is that we all come from some person like this. I think a lot of women change or, you know, get stronger because of the dealings with Emperor in reverse. A dick, a douche, an abusive fuck. Did I make that clear? That's why most women, a lot of women, a majority, a large group of women, I'm not trying to lump sum everyone, but a large amount of women go through a person who abuses them in some way or some manner. And yes, men can be abused also, but I'm just stating from my own perspective from this reading. And then the man, he fears being a leader, and then eventually there's this abuse, and it's just like, okay, so we got to change it up a little bit. Okay, but it's just fine. We're women. We'll do it. We'll fucking do it. Okay. That's the bottom line. So this whole entire reading is straight out coming from, you know, a situation like that. A gent who's not gent. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Please go ahead, hit Hangman Tarot and hit subscribe. Click the bell, please, if you would. Please and thank you. Check out all my social media in the details below, and go ahead and leave a comment or request over here on the side. You can also get a hold of me in the details too. So if you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, I will see you on the next celebrity reading. Bye.